Anin Tanse. My name is Barbara Nepanak. My traditional name is Tu Thunderbird Woman, meaning Mijubenesikwe Makwanto. We are on Treaty 1 territory, the land of my ancestors, the Cree, the Ojibwe, the Dakotas, the Dene, homeland of the Métis, and the settlers, of course, and their ancestors. Welcome here. So thank you for being here today. I hope you have a good time. And that's the intention, is that we learn from one another. And like I was telling the last session we had, I can't beat because I have arthritis in my fingers. But I think I attribute that to making Bannock in a teepee for 23 years. So when COVID happened and my fingers started to act up, and now I can't do anything like that. So, but thank you for being here today. Derek is going to take over, and he's going to be using the big drum. So if some of the how many drums do we have here?
Well, we have, how many do you have? 13. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I have another one, so I've given Henry one, and I'll give Lily another one. So we've got how many people? So I think that should, because Vitor's coming in yet.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so then I think we'll
we have enough drums.
Yeah, and then also the people can sit around the big drum as well.
Which I would do. I've got my drum, my own.
I always say these are not sacred drums. They're not ceremonial drums. These are teaching drums. Actually, I have one from Australia. Look, the one at the far end over there.
Is it made out of kangaroo back?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That's Lily's drum.
Yeah, that was given to us. Oh, geez, I can't even remember how long we were. We've been to Australia twice. You know, I have a dance troupe. My late husband and I started our dance troupe to promote our culture in this area. And we probably started about 28 years ago, because we had our 4 daughters that grew up here, and there was no diversity here in this part of the city. So then we decided to educate the community. So we started with the 3 schools our girls were attending, and then from there we went to, of course, the museum, and we go to many other places. But we've been to Australia twice, New Zealand, Taiwan for a month, where we did 50 shows, twice to Malaysia, we went to South America, we went to Brazil, we went to Santiago, Chile, and various places in Europe. So that's the history. And we've taken these drums all over the world. And I remember when we went to Malaysia, we had checked in our luggage with our drums in it, and then they lost our drums. And I remember when we got there, the very first day, like 6 o'clock in the morning, we had to go and do a television show in the morning, live TV on this program, breakfast program. And we didn't have our drums. And we are just frantic, what are we going to use, So my agent traveled with us at that time. So he put a call out to drummers. And then these women from Indonesia came and they offered their drum. But their drums were different. It was a hollowed out tree. So it was like this deep, but it had height on this side and height on that side. It was just strung up very much similar to this. And this thing was so heavy, the drummer couldn't hold it and hit the drum at the same time. So my husband stood there, he held the drum, and then the drummer just sang a song. But we learned from that experience never to check in our drums. So we always do a carry on. So, but since I'm going to be not traveling with a drummer this time around, I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to probably speak, just gathering. And apparently it's a huge gathering that I'm going to, and it's kind of intimidating to go to another part of the world where it's very male dominated. But apparently it's a safe place to be, they say. And I do have, the king actually invited me. And so I said to my daughters, I better find out what the king's name is. And how do I address that man? So that's my task to do in the next little while. So maybe you could just help yourself to a drum. You know, take a stick.
Yep. You can get up and grab a drum.
You want to help here?
You can sit around with the big drum. Sit down here.
Yep. Use this one. Use that. Oh yeah, I saw him. How are you?
So he's gonna, I think that would be great if you would use this. Mark's gonna share with you right here.
Oh, am I being?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And me next, not a beer here. Okay.
Yeah, it's open. It's
Okay, Bonita. She can kneel.
You can,
In my chair. Use my chair.
I got a chair.
Okay.
Already start? Start. So who made your drums? Did you make your drum?
I did.
Okay.
Judy and I have the same milk.
We
Oh,
both made our drums together.
so did you make them here?
No, we made them actually by Winnipeg Beach, right? Right?
These are your mat.
Matlock, yeah. Like maybe, what, 11, 12 years ago? Yeah.
So the proper way to hold it is at the back here? Sorry. You hold it like this.
You can.
You know, some of these we made a long time ago, some of these are about 25 years old. But you know, when you take care of something, it lasts a long time.
My name is Derek Plumley. I'm from Saskatchewan, raised here in Manitoba, Winnipeg. My family was fortunate enough to teach me all this. I was, you know, like they teach me right from when I was older, from walking to talking. I was learning how to sing right away and dancing right away. So I've been dancing for about 40 years now, singing for about the same. So I've been everywhere, like Barbara's been everywhere, I've been everywhere. I was fortunate enough to go to all over Europe and do the same thing, like teach and whatever. I get lots of weird questions over there about if I still live in teepees and do all of that. And then this is my drum. My drum is drum group's called Buffalo Red Thunder. There's probably about 10, 15 of us. A lot of them has passed over the COVID time, so my original singers that sang with me. So I'm just slowly picking up new singers. I do teach pub clubs, pub clubs in the North End and Summit Central that I teach. So I have a bunch of little kids that come and sit with me at the drum, along with other like adults and youth. I worked with youth pretty much for the last 20 years or so. I worked with the troubled ones where I was at that age, you know, because I grew up downtown and I was running around the streets already at an early age, and you know, but I still had this, and this is what keeps me going. I have 4 daughters, 1 boy, 1 grandson. Raising 4 daughters was the hard part. They're all women now, and 3 of them are going to college this year. So they're all going to college, so I must be doing something right if they're going to college. Continue on with their school. I try to teach them just everything that I know too, as long as my grandson, but you know, they have their own directions in which way they want to go. So but they know where I sit and they know where I am. So, like I said, I know a lot of songs. So you can sing all afternoon, probably till tonight if you want to keep singing. So everybody got to go and eat. I just came from Denny's. First song, I don't know. Usually when I start off with the youth, they like this. You know, when they hold drums, they kind of want to walk away and bang on the drum right away and do whatever, right? So I like to I sing a sneak up song. And the sneak up song is like like what I was told is like when we were in battle back then, you know, because you just kind of go crazy on the drum, right? Like, so the crazy part of the drumming is like them kind of sneaking around in the fields and whatever, right? Like that. And the second part, like there's 2, and then you'll slow down and we'll continue to drum like this after. And then that's them just pretty much like a march. So it's like, because in our culture that we have We have songs for everything. We have songs for the sky, birds, you know, people, you know, names. Our dancers, if everybody's been to a powwow, then we have lots of dancers out there. And, you know, they, every time you sing a song, they always get told to tell you the story. So when they dance, it shows like what they, you know, how they would act to, like the sneak up song, the ones I'm gonna show you. So first one is, like I said to you, don't worry about the beating, don't worry, because everybody just goes crazy, like, you know, just, and then we'll stop, you know, then we'll all stop and then we'll all be one beat, we'll all be one beat, and then we'll continue again and then we'll go crazy again, and then, you know. So that'll be the first song that she uses, like I said, it's called the Sneak Up, so, yeah, get these songs going. So, ready? It just like I said, doesn't matter, okay? Now I'll sing the song. You guys catch it, then you can sing with me. I get thrown off sometimes too, and but I mean that happens. I was like trying to think, I didn't want to look around because then I would be like everywhere too. I mean, we're all learning. I still learn to this day. I mean, everything that I do. I mean, it's like I said, with all the kids that I teach, all these different community centers, they all everywhere too. So it's always good.
And you know, he sings in the Dakota language. There are different languages. We have different groups and different dialects, so people sing differently. There's actually some English songs and some words that are in the language, and then there's some that are just chants. So, and then of course some of those, when he was talking about specific dances, let's say the grass dance or the jiggle dress dance, those are very specific and they have words to those. And especially in the Ojibwe language, because the jingle dress started with the Ojibwe people, and there is a specific song for that. Then there's children's songs too, right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she brought up a grass dance. I mean, we could try. I'll teach you another grass dance song. That's ever been to a powwow? Everybody's been to a powwow? You guys know. So you know what the grass dancers look like? They're the ones with all the fringes on the side. And So it's supposed to mimic the grass in the fields, right? Like in the fields, you see the. So they do all of that. Song I sing, I was taught probably like 86. I think. They said it was older, so I'm guessing it's probably about 40, 50 years old. The song that I sing. It's just like watch the grass dance. Watch the grass dance. She's dancing good. That's what the word mean. Watch him, like learn from him, and he dances good. So it's like the words are Nena wash the watch it below, Nena wash the watch it below, yeah. Nena peje okshena dakota shenake watch it below, yeah. Wash the watch it below. So that's the words, and as like the next part of the song is the same thing. You just repeat the words over and over. Wash day is like thank you, dance is good kind of thing. So yeah, and then so I was thought like we do it start on the side of your drum, so you can just sit down like this. This is the words we'll make. Yeah, and I'll sing the song, and it's just this pretty much this is the hook the whole time. So. Gosh darn song I was taught long ago. Sorry, I'm just hot and thirsty. Yeah. So when there's usually about 8 of me sitting around. Like all my brothers are sitting around, and my cousins, and we sit there. We travel every to all these powwows. Like there's a powwow in San Diego that me and Barbara were just talking about, and there's one in Spirit Lake, North Dakota. That's where I was gonna go. But Yeah. So when all of us are together, we sit here, and every time we make mistakes or whatever, we always say, "You gotta pay $5." It's here somewhere.
It's in there.
There?
Oh my goodness.
Right there, there's a $5 tied to it.
Oh, look at
So,
that.
and I use that as teaching when I do the schools or whatever. And I say, well, if you guys mess up, you guys all gotta give me $5 each. So at the end, and right away, all the kids go, oh, yo. And point to everybody else. And I said, so I told them that because all these ties that I got from on the side here are from schools or from places that I've been. And that's just this was this summer because I burnt all these ties before on the fire. And it's just their offerings and to bring good spirits when I sing for them. So next song. So like I said, so keep that in mind, everybody. That $5 is going to be tied up to this drum. It should be pretty full. Next song I'm going to sing is a crow hop song. So you see the crows outside, right? They don't walk, they hop, right? So, and that's another part of our dancings. They, usually like a grass dancer will get 2 songs. A traditional dancer will get 2 songs. A jingle dresser will get 2 songs. So, usually for a lot of the male dancing, they do the crow hop, and then they have 2 like a side step for women jingle dress dancers or something like that. But yeah, we'll sing a crow hop song. It's a simple beat. It's just like more or less like this. That's all it is. A little bit slower than how we're all like this, right? So it's just a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. That's just the beat level. Like I said, go through the beat and I'll sing this song. One people, one go over. So yeah, like I said, I've been singing for a long time. I try to teach as much people as I can. That's the way I was brought up because that's the way they were. I want my kids to live like that too. So, and they all have regalias, they all have their outfits and feathers and stuff like that. And so when they see me sitting on the couch and just playing around, my grandboy always jumps up and goes like this. He just looks or he just whatever. My daughters used to do the same way. We just came from a big powwow in Montana 2 weeks ago, Rocky Boy. And well, I'm telling you the stories because my kids, I like when they feel that energy in the beat, right? So went to a big powwow and there's like 1,000 dancers, you know, all different kind of categories. And when we walked up to the arbor, like it's just one big circle, right? And all the dancers are in there. When we walked up, she just turned towards me. She's like, "Dad, did you bring my regalia?" And I was like, but that made me happy because you know what I mean. She's learning and she wanted to dance, right? She's like, "Oh, please, Dad, you didn't bring it." And I was like, "No, we're here on a camping trip. We just happened to come stop at a powwow and look at it." So, I mean, that just made me happy that she wanted to be a part of what's going on out there. I mean, that's why I do it, because I want these kids to, you know, the youth to feel like, you know, like to keep going, right? Like to like what they do and what I'm teaching. So that made me happy. And I looked at Mom and I was like, "How come you didn't bring our regalia? You packed everything else." I said, "But you couldn't pack our stuff." And she just like, "Well, you guys can do it yourself." And I started laughing. I had to blame somebody. That's what she said. "You always gotta blame somebody but yourself, eh?" Got that from my grandma. So it says, if you blame somebody, you'll find it. That's what she always said. So we did. So yeah, and then, but I mean, yeah. So, and then when school starts, I do all these schools. I go to all these schools and keep teaching what I do. That's the best part. And then, like I said, I work with CFS. I work with all the troubled youth. I try to show them that there's a different life than what they know. You know, they only know what they see and what they, you know, grew up around. And I show them that there's, you know, drumming in spiritual ways and, you know, dancing and singing. And like I started taking the youth from Manitoba. And the furthest as they got, they said, "We never left Winnipeg." And I was like, "Really?" So I started taking more. Made it to Brandon, and then we made it to Saskatchewan. We started doing powwows in Saskatchewan, and then last year I got them out to BC, and they're like, "Oh, but you know, like they love it." I try to, like I said, I try to teach as much as I can. Makes me happy that I know I can help with these boys' lives and, you know, kids that I teach. It's always like every time I walk into these powwow clubs, you all come and run up and hug me, and I'm like standing there with my drums, like, "Okay, wait guys, you know." But I mean, I like it. That's what I was taught to do. So, another song I said I'll sing now. It's just like I said, this one is just a beat like this. It's more or less for the grandmothers, for women. I was raised by women, single moms. My aunties, my moms, they were all single. My grandma was single, so I mean, they taught me a lot of, you know, how to, and that's probably why I got 4 daughters. Like to, you know, like to learn, like, you know, about women and how to treat them and how to respect them, and so it's just, I know. So the song that I teach, this one is called Rainbow. It's probably just as old as the other songs I learned. I was taught by a bunch of old men that sat right there, and one day they just come sit at the drum. I was like, okay, before I got in trouble, I guess. So I'm glad that they did that. And they all passed on now. Actually, all of them has passed once I taught them these songs. And after that, like I said, so we'll sing this song. It's called Rainbow Song. It's just a small beat. This time don't copy. This time everybody just keep that beat. So when you see my drums, you know, when I hit the drum harder, just stay with the beat. Go like this. And now this is where so when we end, if you catch on the ending beat, will be like, and that's it. So nobody should go over, otherwise there's got to be $5 on it. So hear me? Oh. That's it. Okay? So I'll keep the beat. It's a light beat. Don't have to hit it hard. Don't have to hit it hard. It's just a light beat.
Oh, she did it.
I did.
So yeah, that one's was called Rainbow. Grandma used to dance to that all the time when she was here. She made her way. Next one, there's really fast songs too. There's really fast songs. There's fancy dance songs. There's fancy dance bustles. The men's fancy dance bustles, they have two feather bustles that hang from the back that they constantly dancing, and you have to stick to the beat all the time. That's supposed to be what the beat is for, right? So I like singing this one because I know everybody's gonna, it just sounds like the shake song, like the sneak up song that is, but you guys gotta keep one beat with me the whole time. And that's how pretty fast we'll probably go. So, normally it's only sung on the big drums, but I've got small drums. Should have bring my small drum, my hand drum. Barbara said bring the big drum. So okay, I'll bring the big drum. So, but we'll start off like we'll start off like the shake, but this time when we like the sneak up. So when I stop and we do one beat, so as it gets faster and faster, then we'll stop, and then we'll go back to shake again. I like singing these songs because it just makes me happy, and everybody starts smiling because you gotta exactly try to stop at the same time, right? Try to stop at the same time, and there's no like what I just did. Yeah, there's no that. It comes to an end. Actually, you know what? I'll make it easy. I'll make it where we all start like this. Again, okay? So when we shake part again, like the sneak up part, and then at the end of it, when we all one beat, then you'll see. And then we'll go back and shake, okay? Okay. So it usually gets like when all of us all one beat, so everybody's like all singing as fast as we can. That was actually kind of slow, so.
Oh, goodness.
And then all of us all start laughing because at the end one of us messed up, right? Oh! And I always say, okay, buy us drinks. The pause. Okay, well, we'll sing another, keep singing, we'll keep singing. Until my voice runs out, but that one, gotta be tomorrow. Used to sing it all day.
Don't you get your towel?
Huh?
Favorite towel?
Oh, well, I usually have a towel that's stuck in
Yeah.
it too. So that was, I always tease, I was like,
We should have a big.
yeah, Because everybody, all the boys always say to me, how come you're sweating? I said, because I'm the one singing. How come you guys ain't singing? And I have all these boys sitting around. They're all the ones that sing with me. I said, I'm the one singing the hardest. You guys ain't singing with me. We'll do a side step. The beat is like this. Jingle dresses dance to the song. You know what the jingle dresses are, right? The ones that go to the side. And they have all the cones on their dresses. So the beat is. Okay, listen first. Yeah, okay. Keep that beat all the way through. Got that, right? That's how I do it. Keeps getting dry. So did you guys want to do, can we trade? Can we trade spots? Can we try to put the youth right here?
It's great spots. Who wants to come up?
Let them have a chance at the big drum. You four right there on the
Come on.
bench.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Just put them
Give
here.
them your hand drums and come sit down. I just need your
Come
allowance.
sit down.
That's why.
Okay. Henry, Lily, Poppy, Anna. You don't need
You
your.
guys, so I can get you guys' allowances. Sit down, you stay, you stay. Change your song, change your joystick. Put it just behind you, that one. I gotta kneel up a little bit better. This is a children's song. This one's, I learned this one too long ago. They sing it at Nijimakwa. I think it's called like Brother Bear song. It's sing that one. That's a while ago with that one. Almost all the songs that I've learned here. All the songs. Okay. Just a simple beat, like I said, it's the same beat again. Same beat. $5. So, you want to come in and kneel down? I got lots of drumsticks.
Come on in,
Don't
sit
mind
over here.
kneeling down.
Here you go. Thank you.
Lots of drumsticks. Kneel down. Want to kneel down?
Sure.
Okay. So we do a fast song. We'll do a woman's fancy song. And these are the women that have the shows and they circle and twirl and dance and all kinds of stories for their dances. There's ones that they butterfly, and down in the Dakotas they say it was horses, like horses and stuff like that. I mean, I learn from everywhere, so I try to tell as much as I can tell. So this beat is a little bit faster. It's the women, like I said, the women all have to dance to that, can't miss a beat. So I'll sing the song and we all gotta stay in one beat. We'll do, I guess, one more song, because I think this is the reading shop at
That's at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, it's 2:02.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
We'll do one more song.
Okay.
It's just like another, it's just a simple beat. All right, thanks for having me again. Another thing is what we always do after every song, we go to drums and say thank you because we did have a heartbeat, and then that's what the drums represent, right? Heartbeat to Mother Earth. So thank your drums and thank you.
Thank you.